Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Amy Esther here, and in today's video I am answering the question you guys keep asking me over and over again on Instagram and YouTube comments and all over the place. What supplements do I take? Now, if you have not been here before, let me introduce myself. I have several chronic illnesses, including POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, fibromyalgia, Hashimotos disease, chronic fatigue syndrome, SIBO, a small intestine bacterial overgrowth, IBS, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis, mast cell activation syndrome, and I get chronic migraines. Oh my goodness, if there's a problem, I probably have it. I have a lot of issues, and if that's not enough, I'm also 34 weeks pregnant at the time of filming this video. So today I am sharing with you the supplements that I take while I am pregnant. Now, these do change when I'm not pregnant, so I will let you know and make another video for you about the supplements I take when I'm no longer pregnant. But these are the ones I take while pregnant with all these chronic illnesses. Now, I don't talk a lot about the supplements I take for a few reasons. And the first is because I often have people in the comments tell me, no, you should be taking this. You can't take those together. And I get a lot of comments of how I'm doing things wrong and how I should be doing it differently, which is totally fine. We're all welcome to our own opinion. It doesn't offend me at all. But I just want you to know you are totally welcome to your opinion. You're welcome to tell me the things that any advice you have for me, but just know I'm still going to do what I think is best for my body, and I may or may not take your advice. And the other reason is because of that, because I get so many different comments, it makes me worried of sharing the things that I take and that work for me, and having you guys think that then, okay, that for sure will work for me as well, because we both have fibromyalgia. So of course this supplement will work for both of us, but I don't believe that. I actually believe that all of our bodies, even if we have the same chronic illnesses, might need different things at different times. I don't do very well with medications, and some of you guys do super well on medications and they help you a ton. So I am all about doing what's best for your body. So I've been nervous to share with you the supplements I take just because I don't want you to ever feel like you have to buy all of these supplements that I'm taking because they work for me. Do your research, talk to your doctor, and see what works for you. Might take some trial and error. So just know this is what works for me, and I want you to do what's best for your body. But since you guys just keep asking me, I will make this video for you. And I would love to thank SaltStick for sponsoring this video. You guys, I do not work with companies unless I genuinely love them and their products actually work for me. And let me tell you, I love SaltStick, and they are actually helping me to heal some of the issues that I'm having. So without further ado, let's get started with the supplements I take. I'm going to start with the beginning of my day and kind of take you through the day, what I take and when, because that's actually made a difference for me. I never even thought of when you take your supplements or which ones you take together would make a difference, but it really has. So the first thing I take every morning is iron. Now, if you guys have been following along, you know I've been extremely anemic this pregnancy. I have been struggling this pregnancy, and I have been really anemic. And so I take this iron pill every day. And something that I've done that I do feel like has been helping is I take it with vitamin C. So I take this it's called Sufficient C Immune Aid Drink Mix. I make this little mix and I mix it with these electrolytes from SaltStick, and I'll talk about these in just a minute. But I make that little drink mix and I take my iron with it because my doctor informed me that taking iron with vitamin C can help you absorb the iron much better, and it does seem to be working for me. So what I do is I take 2 of these a day. I do 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And another reason why I do it first thing in the morning is because my doctor also told me that taking on an empty stomach will also help it absorb better. Now, I do get pretty nauseous after, but this particular one seems to work better. I used to take this one, this Nature Made brand, and I recently switched to this, it's Life Extension, and I will link everything in the description below, just so you know. But I switched to this Life Extension well-tolerated iron formula, and it really does seem to be well tolerated for me. It seems to help me a lot. So 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and then I also get iron shots at my doctor's office once a week. And I would definitely say the iron shots help more than the pills, but I still continue to take the pills to hopefully keep getting my iron up. My doctor did tell me it could take a little while to really get those iron levels up. So that's been something that I do think has been helping. So let's get back to the drink mix that I make in the morning. So this is an immune aid drink, and I started taking this when someone that I know who also has POTS had told me about this, and it genuinely helps me. It does give me a little bit of a stomach ache. Kind of tastes like Gatorade. My husband said it didn't, but I think it tastes kind of like Gatorade. I think it's better than Gatorade. I don't really like Gatorade. But this seems to help me a lot to stay hydrated. And then I take it with some electrolytes to keep me even more hydrated. So these electrolytes are from SaltStick. They're called Electrolyte. It says it will reduce heat stress, reduce muscle cramping, boost stamina, and maintain electrolyte levels. And I make sure I have at least one of these every day, because not one bottle, that would be a lot, but I have at least one serving every single day to start off my day to get my electrolytes up, because that's something with POTS that's really hard, especially being pregnant, is keeping those electrolytes up. And so I make sure every day I have this, and then if I start to feel like I'm getting dehydrated, I will take this later in the day as well. I'll have a second dose of it with some salt pills. So salt pills, let's talk about those next, because these I kind of take at random times during the day. I basically take these whenever I feel like either my blood pressure is dropping. So I have had a really hard time with my blood pressure. If you've watched my pregnancy updates, my blood pressure has been really low this pregnancy. And my doctor recommended I take salt pills every single day. And I just listen to my body with these. So sometimes I only take them once a day. Sometimes I take them multiple times a day. I started out pretty slow when I started taking these the first time, because my body, I've tried salt pills before. If you watched my video on how I treat my POTS, I talked about how I don't usually take salt pills. And the reason is because I get so nauseous after taking salt pills, and I typically eat a lot of salt. And so I thought I would rather put more salt on my food than feel more nauseous by taking salt pills. But these ones, you guys, they don't make me nauseous at all. I can take 2 of these at one time and I don't get nauseous at all. And so that's been a huge help, because my blood pressure's been getting so low that my doctor said, I don't care how much salt you're eating during the day, you're obviously keep needing more. So I track my blood pressure. I make sure, I can usually tell when it's getting low. I've just kind of like learned how my body works. But usually I can tell, and I'll go check my blood pressure. If it's getting low, I'll take 2 of these. And like I said, it depends on the day. Some days I only take 1, some days I take multiple. And I did start out slow. I used to take just 1 a day just to kind of get my body used to it. But I don't even know if that was necessary, to be honest, because they really did not seem to cause me any issues with taking them. Because like I said, every other salt pill that I've ever tried just did not work for me. So I love these. And you guys, another thing I love about these is they're actually created for people with POTS. Like it says here on the bottle, it's specially formulated to provide sodium and calcium for the clinical dietary management for patients with autonomic dysfunctions, including postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, cystic fibrosis, when increased plasma volume has been shown to be beneficial. So this is like literally made for people with POTS, people like me and you, because I know a lot of you guys have POTS. I will link these down below if you guys are interested, but these have been a lifesaver. My doctor will not let me go a day without taking salt pills. And now that I found some that don't actually upset my stomach, I'm going to keep taking these even when I'm not pregnant to keep my salt up. And you guys, especially in the summer, because it is the middle of summer as I'm recording this, it's July and I'm pregnant and all the things. But in the summer especially, you need even more salt than in the winter, because your body just loses more salt due to sweat. And so these 2, the more I sweat, the more water I lose. I have these 2 to keep me hydrated and to keep my blood pressure up. Moving on, for breakfast every day, I have this protein. So this is Orgain organic protein and superfoods with 1 billion probiotics. Pretty fun. Anyway, so I started taking this a few years ago, actually, when I first started getting sick. It's a vegan protein. And when I started going on different diets, it was like one of the few ones I could take. And so I started taking this and I love the flavor. I don't know if I've just gotten used to it or not, but I've tried other vegan protein. This is definitely my favorite one. And I take this every day. And to me, this is definitely considered a supplement, even though it's like a full meal for me. And what I do is I mix it with yogurt, and I make sure I buy yogurt that's extra probiotic. So if I'm not eating yogurt regularly, then I will have a probiotic supplement. But since I'm eating yogurt every single morning, I don't take a probiotic supplement, but I usually do take that when I am not eating yogurt regularly. Like if I'm eating paleo, which I typically do when I'm not pregnant, I will take a probiotic supplement. And this, I feel like, helps me get a little more nutrients, especially since I'm pregnant and I have a hard time eating a very healthy diet because I just have no appetite. So this is kind of my little extra boost of nutrients that I do in the morning. So that's what I eat for breakfast. So usually I have my electrolyte drink first thing in the morning, maybe an hour later. Once I feel hungry, I make my yogurt mixed with protein, which you guys have seen in all my videos. I talk about that a lot, that I have every day. Okay, then lunchtime. So every time I have lunch, these are the supplements I take. This is when I take kind of the bulk of my supplements. So I take DHA, Ocean Mom's prenatal, just to help my baby, get some omega-3s. So I take one of those every day. And then, oh, not that one. We already take that one. And then I take vitamin D. Vitamin D, because I have such severe heat intolerance, I feel like I have to take vitamin D because I cannot go out in the sun as much as I would like to. So I take 2 of these a day, usually one with lunch and one with dinner. So my anemia is low iron and low B12. So I also take B12, and I also take an extra folate supplement. So folate is really, really good for babies. In fact, it's like the #1 nutrient you need to take when you are pregnant. So I take an extra folate. I'll show you my prenatal in just a minute, but I take an extra folate and B12 drops every day just to help my anemia. And my prenatal vitamin that I take is Rainbow Light. Another one I really like is Garden of Life brand, except you have to take it 3 times a day, and that's always hard for me to remember to take it 3 times a day. However, now I'm taking so many supplements, I probably could remember. But this one I like because you only have to take it once a day. So I typically take this one with dinner. So my dinner will usually be my second vitamin D and then my prenatal vitamin. And this one seems to be pretty easy for me to digest. I don't seem to have any problems with it. I don't seem to get extra nauseous or anything like that. And then I finish off my day with the second half of my drink. So I guess I didn't really mention this, but I make this drink in the morning and then I drink about half of it with my first iron, and then I drink the second half with my second iron right before bed. And one other thing with my iron is that I don't take it within 2 hours of taking antacids, which is something that one of you guys actually shared with me, and I did some more research, talked to my doctor, and realized that could have been some of my issue with not processing my iron, is that I was taking a lot of antacids because I was having such bad heartburn. So if I have heartburn, I do take like a Tums, but I try to not take it within 2 hours of taking my iron. And then the last thing, I know this isn't a supplement, but you guys, water. I drink so much water when I am pregnant, when I'm not pregnant too, but you need to drink so much water, especially if you guys have POTS like I do. Your blood volume is not where it needs to be, and so you need to drink as much water as possible. However, before I found out I had POTS, I was always thirsty, so I knew I had to drink a lot of water. I was drinking tons, but I thought having salt wasn't good for me, and so I wouldn't have very much salt with it. If you have only water, it's just going to go right through you, which is why you need to have extra salt in your diet, and if necessary, extra salt pills to help you hold on to that water. Because if you're just having water, it's just going right through you. You need that salt to help you hold on to the water. Okay, you guys, I think that's everything I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank SaltStick one more time for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any other questions about supplements or anything else, leave those in the comments below. I will link everything in the description so you can get your hands on the kind that I have. And again, do your own research. See what works for your body. Talk to your doctor before you go out and buy a bunch of supplements. These are just the things that have worked for me. So you guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any other videos you would like me to create or any other questions you have for me, please leave them in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer them or make an entire video answering your questions. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss when I post my next video. I will see you guys next time.